Is there an anime that you wish you had a part of, or that you wish you could have created, or that you watch now, if you even watch it?
Space Dandy. I wish I worked on Space Dandy.
Space Dandy, really?
Space Dandy is my favorite show. It's my favorite animated show.
Really? I've never seen Space Dandy. I've seen it, but...
I'm a big fan of Shinichiro Watanabe. I think he's brilliant. He's weird for Japanese standards. He doesn't do moe idol shit.
Yeah,
all his shows are different. Champloo, South Cowboy Bebop, Kids on the Slope, Space Dandy. I mean, the guy's, he's my favorite. And the way he makes shows is why I really like him too, because he works with different directors and different character designers for each episode. Yeah. And that's kind of what influenced me when I decided to do this project that I'm doing with Satellite in Japan, Cannon Busters. I kind of approached it in that same way. So Space Dandy is by and large my favorite show. I mean, if there's other shows I would watch, you know, One Punch Man, Attack on Titan. I watch a lot of older animes again, you know, Berserk, you know, Charizard,
all the old stuff.
Bubblegum Crisis, Photon Idiot Adventures, 3x3 Eyes, you know, Outlaw Star. Like, I love a lot of the 80s, 90s.
I love Outlaw Star.
So, what motivated you to create Cannon Busters?
Pretty much that. Like, you know, I worked in the industry for 12 years, and between the Boondocks and Black Dynamite, you know, I was creative producer and director, supervising director on Black Dynamite seasons 1 and 2. I was a supervising character designer, and co-director on Boondocks season 1, and supervising designer of season 2. And when you combine those two shows, there's about seven years of focusing on how fucked up shit is for black people. Yeah. And taking that and laundering it into comedy. Pardon my French. No. I just got burnt out of shit. I just got burnt out. I was tired. I was tired of the coon jokes. And there's nothing wrong with that because it's necessary. That stuff, we have to ridicule ourselves, to critique ourselves, but to move on. I was burnt out. And you know, the place you need to be able to do good work in that arena is not a positive place.
Yeah. It weighs on you.
Yeah, so okay. So Cannon Busters, once I was done with Black Dynamite, was a project that I felt I needed a break. I wanted to leave Earth. I wanted to be funny and bright and fantasy, you know, and just all of the stuff that I like that we discussed just now. Capcom, Squaresoft, not Square Enix.
Squaresoft, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just all of that stuff, video games, 90s anime, that's the stuff I want to make. I don't want to do a show where my characters are going to be complaining about why Black History Month is the shortest month of the year, why they're trying to slay a dragon. Like, that's not the kind of show I'm trying to make.
So in your opinion, what
does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, totally understand.
Yeah.
And I got nieces and nephews and stuff like that.
Boondocks was funny in a it's kind of sad kind of way.
It's necessary.
It's like a necessary.
It's classic. I still love it. But, you know, the black experience is nuanced and varied, and we like to go to other galaxies. We like to be robots. We like to be cyborgs and bounty hunters and all of this stuff. And we never really get to do that in media. So I'm in a position to do so.
So in your opinion, what makes a show or makes a movie a black show or movie?
I don't even know what that means.
I guess there's no way to put it.
Like, there isn't. Yeah. I think the black experience individually, we all suffered in slings and arrows of a systemic marginalization as a people of color. But we don't all experience it the same way. Yeah. You know, and I think a lot has to be said for people who are in positions. They want their version of the black experience to be everyone else's. And we're not really honest about that. And I'm not that guy. So for me, what it means to be black depends on how many black people you got in the room. You know, and they'll tell you. Yeah. And y'all probably have a fight. Yeah. And because everybody's life experience is limited or based on what they only know, right? So I'm real careful with that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So with projects like Cannon Busters, if it's fantasy, it allows people to have a discussion. Okay, well, what is black? That's not black. Well, what do you mean what's not black? Yeah. You mean what
constitutes as black?
What Western, you know, what Western media, controlled press consumes and packages back to us as what's considered black in popular media. And a lot of kids believe what is considered black is what white networks tell them it is. So yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, but we're limitless. So why does it have to be one monolithic? You feel what I'm saying? Like we don't have to be that way. So Cannon Busters is pretty much just me saying, okay, I just want to have fun. You like anime? Do you like anime? All right, let's do it. You know what I mean? And just have broad stories that I don't want to say everyone can get into, but just more than, you know, focusing on how tough it is to be black. You know what I mean? That's usually our go-to narrative when we want to be real about shit.
Yeah.
So, and it's not a critique because it's needed, but I feel like between Boondocks and Black Dynamite, I'm good. I think I'm allowed to take a break, Rob.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I could do something a little
I
bit
think after
different.
those
after a
two,
while,
Some that
things-
my nieces could watch. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
kind of thing. So that's really like the real talk reason why I did it. If that makes any sense at all. It makes total sense. Yeah.
Do you have any character that kind of finds its way into most of the projects you work on? Like maybe you try to insert yourself or someone you know?
No, but there is a character that I've used consistently as a mascot on my art books. I had 2 art books. One's called Nervous Breakdown. It's a 300-page sketchbook I did back in 2005, and then I did another one about 7-8 years ago called Midnight Marauder, Volume 2. It's an art book. It's a hard book. And on the cover is the name of this, is the drawing of this girl named Tamara Porter. And she's the first character that I created for that web cartoon that I did in 2000. It's called Battle Seed. So she's kind of like my first like black anime hero that I did when I was 24, a female character. So she's always been kind of a reoccurring thing. But I've never tried to incorporate her because I never had a TV show. So that may happen. You know what I'm saying? So,
That's tight.
Okay.
That's tight.
yeah.